Up. Oh, what's up, man? Now we got police on scene. Perfect.
Hey, sir, how are you?
What's going on, man?
Hey.
I didn't think you guys were coming out. Took a while.
Yeah.
It's all good.
They called. The security called.
Yeah, I told him. He just told me not to film. And I told him, I'm not on your property, so.
Do you mind if I ask what you're filming for?
Oh, I'm just doing a little news story. I'm a journalist.
Okay, all right.
That's all.
Do you work for any specific company?
No, I'm just independent.
Okay. Do you have any ID on you or anything?
Oh, no.
Okay. What's your first and last name?
Oh, I'm not going to ID. I'm just out here filming, dude.
I'm sorry?
I'm not going to ID. I'm just out here filming.
Okay.
On public property. I'm not trespassing.
Hold on. Okay. You're not in any trouble.
I know.
Okay.
I know. That's why I'm not going to ID. Because I'm not in any trouble. Exactly. That's
you don't have to be in trouble for me to ID you, though. Okay?
Well, that's what Title 11, 1902 says in Delaware. You know, you have some kind of crime that you suspect me of, and you just said I'm not in any trouble. So you just lost that whole get my ID thing by saying that.
Look,
sorry, bud. I'm sorry.
I don't want to do the whole.
I know. I don't want to talk to you at all. Are you detaining me here?
Technically, you're not free to go. Okay.
So I am detained. Okay.
All right. So, like I said.
All right, guys, welcome back. Today, we're diving into another intense encounter where knowing your rights makes all the difference. What you're about to see isn't just another police interaction. It's a clear example of officers attempting to bend the law to intimidate a citizen into surrendering his constitutional protections. The cameraman is standing on public property, filming peacefully when security calls the police. Instead of educating the complainant and moving on, officers arrive prepared to question, pressure, and demand identification. But here's the twist. The citizen knows the law, and when law enforcement tries to override constitutional limits, things don't go the way they expect. Stay with me, because this one escalates fast.
Yeah, the security office called. They were just concerned because you were videoing. That's all. Okay.
I thought you were law enforcement, not feelings enforcement out here. You know, their feelings don't trump what I can do.
I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Their feelings don't trump what I can do. You're not feelings enforcement. You're law enforcement.
Okay.
The law says I can video from public property.
I understand that. I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing that. Okay.
Perfect.
But I am allowed to verify who you are. Just make sure you don't have any warrants or anything like that. Okay.
I'm not gonna do that. So.
Okay. Well,
if we need to escalate, that's fine. If you want to get a supervisor, I'll wait.
Okay,
I got no
my
problem
supervisor's actually on his way. I'll let you talk to him a little bit more. So,
perfect.
Is there any reason why you don't want to provide any identification?
I want to be anonymous. That's the whole point.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
That's all it is. I'm just trying to do a news story. I'm an investigative news journalist. If I tell everybody who I am, what I'm doing, everybody gonna know. What's the point of coming out here? You know, you got to come out to the source. They got a lot. They just got approved for like a COVID, vaccine. I'm just working on a little news story about it. I don't see why y'all need to harp me for who I am and what I'm doing.
not. No one's harping you. It's part of our job. We ID people when we get called to complaints.
I know, but I'm just engaged in free press out here. Okay. That's all I'm doing.
So you can be as cooperative as you want, but at the end of the day, we're still allowed to ID you. That's all.
That's fine. Well, at this point, you said I'm detained, so I'm just not going to speak anymore at this point.
Okay.
What's up, buddy? Great. What's up, man?
He just got called here from the guard check.
Yeah, that's cool. I know. I told him to. He's hollering at me not to film.
The officers approach calmly at first. Casual tone, friendly posture, but pay close attention. The shift happens quickly. The cameraman explains he's an independent journalist working on a news story. He's not trespassing. He's not interfering. He's not committing any crime. Still, the first question comes. Do you have ID? He declines. Respectfully. That's when the pressure begins. The officer claims he doesn't need suspicion of a crime to demand identification. That's a bold statement, and a legally dangerous one. Because in states with stop and identify laws, reasonable suspicion of criminal activity is required. The officer had already admitted there was no crime. And just like that, the legal foundation for demanding ID starts collapsing.
So I said, I'm not on your property. There's nothing you can do about it. I called the police. They'll tell you the same thing. So I was hoping you'd come out here and educate them and tell me to have a nice day, but your officer here is harping me for my ID. Oh. So I'm not real happy about it, so I don't know what you want to do about it. You said you're the supervisor.
Yep. So, look, we're obviously not trying to give you a hard time about the whole situation.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to keep doing my job out here. I'm out here doing a job.
I understand.
I don't want to be held up any longer. So
I understand.
Instead, I'm detained. So.
But Well, you technically are right now. I just need your ID.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have it on me. I'm not going to give anything. I'm not.
Okay, so I'm just gonna try to explain something to you.
That's
okay?
fine. I just told you.
You giving us your info, we're not going to give it out to anybody, okay? This whole
I don't
incident
care.
is
It doesn't matter.
documented. Would you just listen to me for once?
I don't want to listen to you. I want to be
Okay.
free on my way to do what I want to do.
You
I'm
can
just out
still
here
be if you let us do
engaged
our
in free
job,
press.
though.
That's all I'm doing.
You can still be if you let us do our job, though. This is preventing you from doing what you want to do, though. So
Well, 'cause you
we
guys
could
are
be out of
stopping
your
me.
hair
I'm
if
not
you gave us
stopping
your
me.
ID.
I want to turn around and go back to where I was doing.
Okay, that's fair. So do we.
No, I'm not stopping you guys. I'm not detaining you.
So much like
for it.
much like you want us to educate the other individual, we're going to.
It's great.
Now's the time for us to educate you. Okay.
So okay, let's hear it, man. Let's
Okay.
hear it. All right.
So when it comes
Hey, this
to
is a good one. This is a good
so
one.
when it comes to stopping somebody, right? Suspicious
Title
person.
11, 19.
Now things get tense. The officer says, "You're not free to go," then backtracks, then tries again. This is the moment where confusion becomes strategy. The cameraman doesn't yell. He doesn't panic. He simply repeats the law. Title 11, Section 1902, reasonable suspicion is required. The officer attempts to pivot, suggesting he can verify identity just to check for warrants. That's not how it works. Fishing expeditions are not constitutional policing, and when the citizen calmly refuses, the word escalate gets mentioned. That's the subtle threat. But instead of folding, the cameraman invites a supervisor. He's confident. He knows escalation only exposes weak legal ground.
I know the code, so
Okay.
I know the code verbatim. I
So
think.
are you aware of the basic things that you have to provide a police officer when
Well, they
encounter
said when
somebody?
you either have to think I'm committing, I'm about to commit, or I have committed a crime. He's already told me I've done nothing wrong. So you don't have that. So I have no obligation to give you anything. That's the problem here, is you have no suspicion of me breaking any laws. He's already stated that on camera.
Yeah.
So there's no need to go push any further with this. You guys are escalating this and trying to violate my rights of my Fourth Amendment to get my ID and trying to tell me you have to get my ID. You don't have to get my ID unless I'm breaking the law. That's how it works.
Okay.
So if we're gonna keep doing this, that's fine. I'm not gonna ID. So where do you want to go from here?
Well, obviously we would really enjoy a consensual conversation about that, but
It's already gone too far. We're detained at this point. It's not no longer consensual. So I don't know what to tell you, man.
do you have any active warrants or anything like
I
that?
have nothing. No.
So then all we have to do is verify that and you'll be on your
Well, it's
way.
great. It's great. But I'm not gonna help you do that. If you want to find figure that
I
out,
don't
I'm not gonna help you with your
understand
investigation.
why you would want to prolong this. And
Well, it's
you're
just
the
looking
one-
better and better. This is terrible. I do this all over Delaware. Most people don't even come out and talk to me. They just leave me
Well, I
alone. You
can't
guys are out
speak
here
for
harping
your-
for my
I can't
ID.
speak for your other instances or whatever.
What's
we were
different?
called out here for a legitimate reason, okay?
That doesn't.
Enter the supervisor. You can almost feel the reset attempt. He tries diplomacy, says they're just doing their job. But here's the reality. Detaining someone without reasonable suspicion isn't doing the job. It's violating the Fourth Amendment. The cameraman points out the contradiction. One officer says there's no crime, yet they're still pushing for ID. That's the whole issue. Law enforcement authority is not unlimited. It's conditional. And when pressed to articulate suspicion, they can't. The supervisor tries to frame it as a consensual conversation. But you can't call it consensual when someone has already been told they're not free to leave.
We're allowed, it does matter. We're allowed to identify who you are.
So
okay?
if someone's riding a bicycle and someone calls on him, you can just stop them and ID him because someone called on him?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. What's your name and badge number, sir? D.S. Milner?
Yep.
What's your badge number?
1088, would you
Woo!
like business
Man,
card?
this is great stuff.
Okay.
You can just stop anybody and ID anybody. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. You can just stop and ID anybody you want because you got a call. That sounds pretty terrible.
Look,
Like you guys think that way.
I'll talk.
Are you his supervisor?
Let me call.
Are you his direct supervisor?
Well, basically I'm the ranking
And
person.
what's your name, sir?
2-4.
D4.
Yes, sir. Look,
Wow. It's a good one.
what?
I don't know why we're still here. I already told you exactly what I'm doing. I'm a journalist. I'm gathering content. I'm on public property. I've never entered the property once. I'm not trespassing. I'm not loitering. I'm breaking no laws. Why are we still here? You're law enforcement.
That's true.
Let's enforce the law here.
So look, I'm just
Let's
talking
do
to
it.
you, man.
I don't
It's a
want to talk
consensual
anymore. I already told you that. I want to go back to doing my job. Like you guys should be going back to. There's two of you here not doing anything. You're harassing a law-abiding citizen right now.
Okay.
I'm not breaking any laws. We already established that.
So you never stepped foot on their property,
Never
anything
once.
like
I
that?
got the whole. I've still been filming the whole time. Two cameras
Do
now.
you know why he called specifically?
He came out to me
Yeah.
and told me I can't film, and then he went back in there. I guess he called somebody, And then he came back out again and said,
Now watch the cracks form. The cameraman asks a simple question. So you can stop anyone and ID them just because someone calls? The officer says yes. That statement alone reveals the misunderstanding. A call for service does not equal reasonable suspicion. Police must observe or articulate facts indicating criminal activity. And when asked for badge numbers, the tone shifts again. The energy changes. The authority posture weakens. Because documentation matters. Accountability matters. And once officers realize their words are being preserved on camera, their certainty begins to fade.
I can't film. I said, dude, I don't want to argue with you. I said, I'm not going on your property. I haven't been on it. I'm not on it. This is public. This is the police's job. Call them because you can't enforce anything on public. I said, if you don't like it, then call them. And I didn't know if you did or not. It's been a while since I said that. I was getting ready to leave.
Okay.
That's why I was going back here once more to get some shots, and I was about out of here. And I was like, holy shit, they showed up on me.
Yep.
I didn't want you chasing me around, so I was kind of waiting for you, you know? I didn't want to just run away. I'm not hiding anything. That's what I'm trying to say.
So you wanted us to come out here? Is that what
Not really, but when he said that, I wanted to wait for you guys to come.
Well,
I'm not going to, like, be around town and have you guys chasing after me.
Someone at the police station took the phone call,
Yeah,
and
it's
we just
great.
responded out here. So.
Well, I mean, when you get out here, you see that, hey, some guy's just taking pictures in public. He's good to go. He's not doing anything wrong. He's turning around. You don't even have to come talk. I get it if you want to. That's great. I don't mind you coming and talking. And I tell you what I'm doing, but as soon as we try to escalate to, oh, we're going to get your ID, it becomes an issue.
I asked for your ID.
Okay, I'm not going to. That's fine, dude. You
So
told me
we
you
don't
had the
play
right.
semantics game. That's what you're doing.
That's fine. We'll play it back, man. That's fine.
Here's the deal. Obviously,
It's not semantics. That's what was said.
here's the deal. Can I just call you friend since you don't want to give
Yeah,
me
that's
your
fine.
name?
It's cool.
So here's the deal, friend. Obviously, since in just conversation, we've been able to articulate that obviously no crimes have occurred. Okay, You're correct. Okay, we don't need to push the envelope any further.
Eventually, after repeated clarification, the supervisor concedes. No crime, no detention, no ID required. Just like that, the tension dissolves. The officers explained they were responding to a call and didn't know the full picture. Fair enough. But here's the bigger lesson. Citizens should not have to argue constitutional law roadside to prevent unlawful detention. Education should flow both ways. Instead of pushing authority, they could have verified public property status and left. And in the end, that's exactly what happens. The cameraman remains calm, professional, and unmoved by intimidation.
Bam.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm good. I'm
so
ready.
you're not detained. We're just having consensual conversation. Okay?
All right, that's fine, man.
All right. Look, obviously, we're not out here to give you a hard time. We're genuinely not.
I get it. Yeah.
Okay. The only reason we were out here is because we were called out here. Okay.
Yeah.
They don't know what's going on. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in the world. They don't know.
It.
He's
I get
sitting
it,
in a,
man.
he's
I
sitting in a
understand
shack.
it's strange. I get it.
He's sitting in a shack and he sees some dude with cool equipment walk around. And he's probably like, "What in the heck is going on?"
Yeah, I
right
get
now?
it. Yeah, but they're a big company. They got a lot going on. So a lot of people want to know about it. I'm just out here getting pictures of the signs so I can put it in like a story or something like that. Getting videos. I see if they have any cars with the labels on them, something like that. So I'm just out here trying to get some shots.
More power to you.
That's all, man.
Okay. Look, just be careful. Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't mind when they go. I'd rather you guys come out here and educate them. That way, if it goes away, they can go back to doing their job. I can go back to doing my job. Everybody's cool, you know? So when they come out here saying something, that's why I tell them, call the police. That's fine. I don't mind dealing with you guys. I hope most people come out and they tell them what's going on. Hey, he's allowed to do it. Don't worry about it. That's the end of the day. Have a nice day. That's what I look for. I don't, there's no need for my name. I'm not doing anything wrong.
Okay. Well, look, at the end of the day, I agree with you. Okay, I do, and that's why I'm not pushing
It's the law, though. That's why. All right.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
But this story isn't over, because in a second encounter, things take a sharper turn. Another officer arrives with a completely different approach. This time, there's aggression, accusations of loitering, claims that the sidewalk belongs to private property, even threats of forced removal. This is where misinformation becomes outright escalation. Loitering laws require lack of purpose. The cameraman clearly states his purpose: journalism, photography, documentation. That alone dismantles a claim. But instead of backing down immediately, the officer doubles down. And now we're witnessing something more serious: detention without clear legal basis.
So, obviously, there's nothing that we can articulate that's going on.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I hope not.
So, look, friend, since again I don't know your
Yes,
name,
sir.
okay, I wish you nothing but the best.
I appreciate
Okay,
it.
Now, obviously, in the future, if somebody were to call and there was something that we could articulate, we would definitely need your ID. Okay?
I got you. That's why I don't do that. That's why I know what I'm doing. I'm out here. I stay on public. I got it, man.
Be careful.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Appreciate it. You guys have a nice night.
You too. Be careful, all right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm on CFC's office with the Selbyville Police Department. What's going on? They're asking me to have this. Why are you? For what? Do you have any ID on you?
No.
Okay. I'm driving. You're bordering. You're actually on public property.
I'm on public property.
You're on public property. This right here is all Mount Air.
It's a public street.
This is all Mount Air. Okay.
There's sidewalk too.
And you're loitering. You're doing something that's abnormal to the public. So I'm gonna have you get an
That's
ID.
the dumbest things I've ever heard. Are you serious? Are you a tube?
No, I'm not.
I have purpose.
The officer says, "You are being detained." Based on what? A 911 call about a man with a camera. That's it. No trespass observed. No crime committed. Just discomfort from private security. That's not probable cause. That's not reasonable suspicion. That's optics policing. The cameraman challenges a claim calmly, pointing out that abnormal behavior isn't illegal. Photography isn't illegal. Public sidewalks are not restricted zones. When officers rely on vague town codes without verifying them first, that's when constitutional rights get trampled. And this is exactly why citizens must stay composed under pressure.
I just told you what I'm doing. Loitering has to do with having no purpose. Abnormality is not you're not the judge of abnormality. Let's get real here. Who do you think you are?
You're telling me that this sidewalk is belonging to Mount Air. Okay. No soliciting, no loitering, and no trespassing.
I'm not loitering. I have a purpose.
Okay. Well, obviously you're already familiar with the things.
Exactly, because you're telling me what you're saying is completely wrong. It's time for you to go.
Typically, a loitering.
It's time for you to go.
Okay, I'm not gonna leave. Okay.
You're gonna leave before I do. I guarantee it.
I'm not.
Guaranteed.
I'm not.
You are ridiculous.
Okay.
You can make up all you want. It's
Okay.
gonna be on your. Do you have a dash cam?
I do not.
Oh, of course you don't. This is terrible. Then. You don't have a body cam or a dash
Are you the
cam.
same guy that did this to Millsboro Police Department?
What are you talking about?
Where you're a journalist, you want to have.
I take
people come talk to
pictures.
you?
What's wrong with taking pictures?
Okay. You were taking pictures of Mark about 2 months ago, right?
Who cares?
Okay.
I do a lot of stories.
Okay.
What's the deal? I have it all
What
on
is your
video.
overall purpose of getting the police to come here?
I don't want the police to come here. I want to get my pictures and leave. I don't.
Okay.
I already told you to leave. I don't want you here.
Okay, well, they don't want you to.
Are you detaining me?
Am I detaining you?
Yes, ma'am.
As of now, yeah. Okay, once another officer gets here, I'm gonna have a couple things done, and then we'll get you on your way, okay? But for right now, I can have you sit right here, okay?
Ridiculous.
Backup arrives, lights flashing. Dramatic entrance for a man holding a camera. The optics are powerful. But once supervisors actually verify property lines and local ordinances, the truth surfaces again. If he's on private property, that's trespassing. If he's on public property, he's completely within his rights. Simple, clear, constitutional. And just like before, once the legal standard is clarified, enforcement tone softens. The authority narrative collapses when tested against actual law.
You don't know anything about the law.
I don't, okay. Do you have any sort of law degree or anything like that?
No, I read though.
You read?
Yeah. The laws are written down.
Okay.
They're all written down.
Jefferson Apartment.
Right? Aren't they? In a book or something? So anyone can read them. Why do you need a law degree to know laws?
So what is your overall purpose here?
I have cameras, so I'm here to take pictures. That's the goal.
Okay.
The fact that they don't like it, and you're not the feelings police. You're not out here to enforce their
here's our
policies
report,
or
then.
their
Here's our
feelings.
If
You're out here to enforce the
I
law.
can talk to you without you interrupting,
I don't want to talk to you. I'd like to be free on my way, but
Okay.
you've detained me here.
Right now, you are being detained, okay? What the report was for 911 is that...
911?
Yeah, people call 911 and the cops get here.
Why would they call 911 for someone with a camera?
I don't know, but what happened was they told me that there was a gentleman here, he was taking pictures, and they've asked him to leave, and he wasn't leaving. Okay,
Fine.
so that generates a call for service that makes the police need to respond. Just
Got
do me a
it.
favor, just sit tight, and then once another officer gets here, I'm going to look up a couple things, because I believe we have a town code for that. If not, then you're fine to go, but I need to make sure that my
Town
job...
code for what?
Loitering, standing on streets and stuff like that. The officer coming right there, so once he gets
Why
here...
is he coming with lights on?
I don't know, I'm not him. When he gets here and you can talk to him...
What are you doing?
You're more than welcome to ask him
flying
that.
through here.
Now the energy shifts completely. Officers begin acknowledging press freedom. They warn him only about safety, traffic, visibility, trucks. That's how the interaction should have started. Not threats, not forced attention, not unsupported accusations. Just clarification and professional communication. It's interesting how quickly posture changes once law is accurately applied. And that's the key takeaway. Confidence grounded in knowledge neutralizes intimidation tactic.
Okay. When he gets here, you're more than welcome to ask him why his lights are on. Okay?
That's a joke.
Okay.
It's a shit show here, dude. What's up, man? What's your name? Valenti. Look, why are we rolling up lights to some cameras?
I don't know what's going on. They call me out for assistance. I really don't know what's going
You
on.
just
I heard
run
a lot of
lights no
yelling.
matter what?
I'm sorry?
You just run lights no matter what?
No, she was yelling for assistance. I don't know what's going on. It was sentenced to
Was a
disorderly,
man taking
so-
pictures? I mean, okay.
That's fine. You're right next to the private property, no loitering sign, man.
On the sidewalk, though. I mean, there's a fire hydrant right
I mean,
there.
this is all property.
It's a public
This whole
street.
no, the whole parking lot is property.
I haven't been in there.
Okay.
It's as far as I've been is those wheels.
All right, man.
I had to go look up a couple things. I called my supervisor to make sure that what you're doing is completely fine, okay? So
All right.
here's what's going to happen.
Wait,
That's their private property.
you had to call your supervisor, but 3 people showed up?
They're not my department. They're the Agbar Police Department. I'm Selbyville.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
What?
Right.
Alright, so what's up? What'd you find?
So, if you're on their property, that's going to be trespassing. If you're on the street or on the road, it's completely fine. Take
Perfect.
videos. Don't get hit by a car. I don't want to see you get hurt. But if you want to take videos,
One officer even admits they were responding to a claim that he was on private property. That's the entire misunderstanding. A false report triggered unnecessary escalation. But escalation is preventable when officers verify facts before asserting authority. The cameraman never stepped off public space. He never trespassed. He never obstructed. The entire conflict was rooted in assumption, not evidence.
obviously it's freedom of the press. That's what I was telling you before. I agreed with you before. But when they called and said you were on the property, that's when there was an issue of trespass.
All right, thanks, Dotson. I appreciate it.
All right, do you have any questions at all?
Nope, you're good. See you
If
later.
you're going to be out here for a while, let us know.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably be a while. I like when it gets dark, the lights come on and
That's
stuff.
completely fine. I don't want to
Yeah, I'm here to get
issue
pictures.
with you.
I'm not leaving because y'all showed up. That's right.
Then I want to make sure it is handled properly.
You're doing good, Dotson. You started off wrong, but I really like where this went.
Because here's the thing, is it is freedom of the press, but like I said, when they call 911 and tell us that you're on their property,
Yeah, it's crazy.
that's all we know when we get here. So if you're on the street or on the sidewalk, that's fine.
Perfect.
Just don't trespass on there. They're obviously feeling some sort of way about it, and I don't want to have to arrest you for trespassing if they're saying you're on property.
I don't want to
and
be
stuff like that.
trespassed.
So if you're out here, that's fine. Be careful. Big old trucks fly down the street.
Oh yeah.
Don't want to see you get hurt, and they also smell horrible. So
Yeah, that's why I got the mask, and I'm trying to stay visible. So.
yeah, about to say stay visible. Technically, for the town ordinance, you're supposed to have a light on you. So if you have a flashlight,
In the pocket.
keep it on.
Man.
All right.
Thank you, Dotson. That was awesome.
By the end, everyone agrees. Freedom of the press stands. Public photography stands. No arrest, no citation, no ID demanded. And that's exactly how constitutional encounters should conclude when no crime exists. But here's the hard truth. Without knowledge, this could have gone very differently. Many citizens cave under pressure simply because they assume officers always know the law better. That assumption can cost you your rights.